cream for beautiful hair. Boo cream, a wonderful hair. Yeah, good morning. How are you? Hey, listen, I don't know what the time is because I haven't got my watch on, but listen, do you like my hat? I bought it yesterday. I went shopping yesterday, I bought two hats. I got this one as well. I got this one here, look, I'll show you. Same as my other one, but it's new, it's blue, because I've lost the other bugger. I don't know where it's gone to. But anyway, this is a nice blue one. I love blue. So, but this is my favourite. I call it my Michael Jackson hat. You know, because it's like Michael Jackson had one of these hats. But anyway, I wanted to tell you something. Jeez, we had a bloody row yesterday. I had a row with my daughter. Oh shit, we had a hoover row. But anyway, I don't want to tell you too much about it because I've upset them. You see, she's my favourite daughter. I call her my favourite daughter. She's the pet, you see. I call her Da. And I've got two daughters, Shaz and Da, you see. And I'm playing one off against the other all the time, you see. This is my favourite one today, and I've got two sisters too, and I do the same thing with my sisters. Oh, this is my favourite sister, and things like that, you see. Because I'm always on practical jokes. I love bloody practical jokes. Now listen, I want to tell you about a practical joke. Yesterday, why Kerry was so mad is because I did this little, I don't know where you went, no, I don't know where it is, but anyway, I did this little notice, you see, Timaru Directory News, and I put in letterboxes, and I had a photograph of my old girlfriend, because I had a chick before I met her, you see, before Kerry was born. I had a life, you know. Oh, I shit you, I had a lot of girls, but this one particular one we were really close, before we had the big split up. But anyway, it's another story, and I don't want to tell you two this morning, but I just want to say this. Kathy, if you're out there, I'm sorry, mate, love. I just want to know if you're still alive. Because I know you got cancer, or you said you had cancer, and I've had cancer, and I'm still alive. And I know your mother died of cancer, and my mother died of cancer. And I just want to know if you're still alive. So anyway, I thought someone might ring you up and you might contact me, you know. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you that story. I go and blow my nose. Wait a minute. Hey, listen, I found it. I found the letter I wrote yesterday. I did a Timaru Directory News, and I made a headline because I'm always on loggerheads with the local newspaper here, and I've got a headline called Missing Couple, and it goes like this. 2 young teenagers are missing in Hamilton, New Zealand. The couple were last seen together driving along the road by Hamilton Lake in 1959. The vehicle is a late model Austin 7 with white wheel spokes and has a broken crankshaft. The young girl has dark hair and her name is Kathleen Graham, believed to be formerly of somewhere near Ireland. The identity of the young man is unknown, but he has been seen drinking in the pub at Mount Maunganui with Constable Pello. Both men were under the age at the time. If anyone knows the whereabouts of this couple, would they please phone this number and ask for Kathy? Their mother, you know, she likes to drink, but and she gets a bit tipsy sometimes. But we think she needs a kitten. So, because our bloody cat died, you see. So I've got a little ad here in the paper, in this newspaper. Kitten wanted, must be fluffy, and toilet trained. Phone Gus at Pleasant Point. Because Gus at Pleasant Point is my bloody son. And they'll be thinking about, we want a cat for you, see, one kitten. But anyway, down the bottom of this thing, I'll show it to you in a minute. Letters to the editor wanted. Timaru latest newspaper, the Timaru Directory News, is looking for intelligent people to write letters to the editor. The editor of the newspaper will reject any letters from people he does not like. This is me, you see. Keep the letters brief, as the newspaper only has 2 small pages until more shareholders are found. And then I'm down the bottom, I've got, send your letter to the editor's wife, Margaret, at Glenetti Road, Timaru, next door to the Cowans. Or email on a Timaru directory. And then I've got my thing, timarudirectorynews.co.nz, so, because that's my blog, you see. But anyway, I'll go and find that bloody letter and I'll show it to you. Listen a minute. Hey, listen, here it is. There she is. There's the check, look. That's my old girlfriend. And that's our car. That's a, I don't know what year it was. It's a bloody old car, but anyway. An Austin 7. Yeah. Not a lot of room in the back seat of those things, but you could put the seat forward, you know, and get a bit more room. Because I was only 17, 18, about 18 and 19 at the time. But anyway, that's the bloody girl, eh? Kathy. And listen, Kathy, if you're out there, sorry about this, love. Well, we're just having a bit of a practical joke, you know. I love practical jokes. God. Oh, well, now listen, I'll just have a breathe. I'm going to get another drink of orange, and I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about employment law again, because that's pretty important, you know, more important than this rubbish. Yeah, cheers, big ears. Yeah. Bloody good orange. It's two-stroke. I'd make two-stroke, eh? It's half orange and half lemonade. Bloody good drink. Oh shit, where's my hat? Here we are. Back again. Now listen, I was going to talk to you about employment law, but back at the employment law, they're not going to change the bloody thing anyway, no matter what I say. So I thought, but we were talking about families, and I want to share a few things with you about families. You see, I've been one of the sort of people that I believe the way to keep families together, the adults have to become like the children. You have to come down to the level. When they're teenagers, you have to be like a teenager, even if you're older. Because with our family, we always had parties, and the parties were at most of the parties we had were at our home, not somebody else's. And we've always had that, and I'm trying to encourage my children, my two girls, and my sons, to have the parties at home. Have the parties at the home, your home. We're having a party once at Kerry's place, and one of the boys says, "Jesus, who's that?" "Oh, that's Pop." And of course my grandson said, "That's Pop." "Jesus, he's a bloody good bloke, isn't he, eh?" Because why was I a good bloke? I was being one of them, you see. I knew I could talk their language and be part of them. So there's a bit of a message in that. Now listen, I've got to go to the bloody shrink this morning. I should. It was bloody terrible. You know what those women did? My wife and my daughter, they went to the doctor. They took Margaret to the doctor because you know how we had to get the ambulance, and you're not allowed. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but anyway, she had to go to the doctor. One of the rules was she had to go. They wouldn't take me. You see, I'm not allowed to their doctor. They've got a separate doctor to me. But I wasn't allowed to go, and I got the pricker. But anyway, they went to this doctor, and they wanted to find out what's wrong with Margaret. But what's wrong with Margaret is my fault. You see, everything's my fault. Because, you see, I've got this illness they call bipolar disorder. I said to you, I've had it for 35 years. That's why I get so happy. Because bipolar people get happy, you see. But then they're waiting for the crash because they think I'm going to be depressed and it's going to fall the other way. But it's not, because I know how to handle it now. I'm 30 years I've managed the bloody thing. I don't know whether I've got bipolar disorder. I've said to them, listen, if I'll go and see the shrink, no problem at all. You bloody pay, I don't care. But I'm not going to take any pills, because I'm off my medication just now, you see. I'm not taking any bloody pills until you can show me an x-ray of my brain and show me the bit that's wrong. That's fair enough, isn't it? See, you can't have a bloody psychiatrist saying, oh, yes, he does this and he does that, therefore he's got bloody manic depression. No. I want to have my head x-rayed. Once I see my brain and they can point out that which bit is wrong, then I'll take the pills. Fair enough. But I'm not taking bloody pills just because someone thinks I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, I want to have another drink. Just a minute. Look at that bloody light. I told the guy to come and have a look at my lights. I want to buy a new light off him, eh? Got to get the bloody lighting fixed in this place. But he hasn't come. I've got another problem. I've got a bloody sparkle out there, and the button, you can't turn it off. And I've got an electrician across the road here. And I said to him, would you pop in and have a look? Let's bring a screwdriver across the road and fix me bloody sparkle. Oh yeah, we'll do that, Ron. How much you charge? Well, we won't charge anything to have a look. So I shook hands. That was bloody a week ago. He's not here. Jeez, you can't get service, can you? But anyway, the reason I want to come back again, I want to tell you something funny stories. Because this is the true stories in the life of Ronnie B, you know. And in this book, in this thing I put, something about Falapello. Oh yeah, what is it? The identity of the young man is unknown, but he has been seen drinking in the pub at Mount Maunganui with Constable Pello. Constable Pello was my mate. he was a cop in Hamilton, and him and I used to drink in the pubs, and he was underage, and I was underage, see, because you had to be 21 in those days, and we were only 20 or 19 or something. But anyway, we got bloody caught. Oh, I got caught in Mount Maunganui one Christmas Eve, yeah, and News Day I think it was. But anyway, the cop came in, and his group of us boys at the bar, and he came straight around and he put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, how old are you, son? And I said, well, I'm not 21 yet. Right, come with me. So we walked through the bar. Everybody cheers, you know. I'm following the cop. Anyway, he gets out there and he gives me a lecture. And about, I don't know, a few weeks later, I'm shearing sheep at Hamilton. And I'm shearing sheep. And in the shed comes this bloody cop. And he gives me these papers, you see. I got fined for being in the pub underage. And in his report, this is what he said. In his report he said, I knew Ron Bishop was under 21 because I've seen him drinking in the Hamilton Hotel with Constable Pello, who is also under 21. Apparently this bloody cop had a row with Pello, you see. Oh, Jesus, he was a hard case, that Pello. I used to have an old Ford V8, and one night I was coming home bloody 3 or 4 in the morning in this bloody old Ford V8 of mine, and the bloody cops, siren coming behind me, pulling up, and looking out, shining the bloody torches in my eyes, and it's bloody Pello. Yeah, give me a hoover, right. And one day we had another fella called Bowkey, and a bit of a strange guy, but anyway, we got in the bloody cop car one day, and I looked in the glove box, and there's these bloody what do you call them, handcuffs. And Pello says, put those down, Ron, don't bloody play with those. I haven't got a key, don't go putting them on. Because Pello grabs hold of the bloody things, puts him on his arm. And not Pello, the Bowkey puts him on his wrist. And of course we have to take him in a bloody cop shop to unlock him. Yeah, we had some bloody fun. Oh, Christ. And listen, I'm no different to anybody else. We've all had fun, haven't we? We've all fun. And we've all played practical jokes on each other. Well, you should do. Well, if you don't, you bloody should do, because life's too short, eh? Oh, well, wait on, I'll have another drink, and I'll just see how I'm going for time, because I don't want to bloody bore you all night. What have I got here? Yeah, just a minute, I'll have a look. Listen, I can't find the bloody time. I don't know how long I've been going. But listen, I've got a big day today. I've got to go and see the shrink. They've got an appointment for me. It's going to be bloody funny. God, it's going to be funny. Now, listen, I'll tell you about tomorrow, after I've seen him, eh? And listen, Shaz, over there in Melbourne, I love you, love. And I know you're laughing your head off, but that's all right. And give my regards to, what's that one that puts her hand down her throat? Yes, she's got a friend over there. Sharon's got a friend over there, and she can put a bloody hand right down her bloody throat. A bloody amazing woman. Can't remember her name. What's her name? Oh, Christ, I can't remember. I'm bugger on names. But never mind, I'm working on that. Yeah, listen, and Pete, Keep up the good work. Thanks for the email yesterday, mate. That was a very good lecture. He's my favourite son-in-law, and he gives me a bloody lecture because I can just imagine him over there. See, all this is going on with bloody texts and bloody phone calls, and Pop's doing this and Pop's doing that, and he's gone mad. He's a bloody he's manic again. So I sent a letter to Pete. That's Sharon's husband. And he gives me a bloody lecture, and I can just see him going back to Sharon. Well, I fixed him. I gave him a telling off, and because I just wrote back to him and said, listen, don't bloody tell me all that rubbish. Get in touch with John Key, because this is the bloody problem. My problem is not with you, or Kerry, or Sharon. It's with bloody John Key. It's his fault that we are with the way we are, because my wife and I are stressed out of our bloody brains. We've had to give all our bloody life savings to a bloody woman that ripped us off. Jesus, I get wild. So I said to Peter, listen, tell all that rubbish to John Key, because he's upsetting families all throughout New Zealand. This is not the only bloody arguments going on over employment law. Jesus, no. Yeah, well, listen, keep smiling. It doesn't bloody matter when it all comes down to it. I keep saying to Margaret, she's quite talking about stuff. We've got a lot of stuff in the house. Where we're going to leave, who we're going to leave it to when we die, and all that. But what happens is this, and it's pretty true of life. When you get old, no bugger wants you anymore. As soon as you can't give anything, no bugger wants you anymore. You're okay as long as you've got a pocket full of money, and people can get money off you. Then you're their friend. But see, as soon as you get crook and start peeing your pants or something like that, they put you in a bloody home. And what happens is all that stuff that you had, all those cars, the bloody flash cars, the flash houses, all that stuff, goes in 3 bloody drawers in a little room in a rest home. And they charge you bloody thousands of dollars to be there. I told my kids, when I go in a rest home, no bloody taxpayer's going to pay. I'm going to pay for my own bloody board. And they can sell my bloody house to do it. You see, I don't have trusts and companies and all that to hide money from the government. I think you've got to bloody pay your fair share. If I've got to go in old people's home because I'm pissing myself, well, so what? They can sell my bloody house. I worked hard for it. The kids don't need it. They got their own houses. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I'll come back tomorrow. I want to teach you about personal self-development. I got a good idea for you tomorrow. Don't forget to come back in the morning, and click onto Ronnie's blog, www.timarudirectory.co.nz. Okay? timarudirectory.co.nz/news, NEWS. Okay? See you tomorrow.